But Facebook is actually supposedly looking to launch their own game development studio and become a game publisher for upcoming companies that want to make games. Now, this whole idea came about from the success of social gaming, period, and the success that Facebook has been having with their games. And the cool thing about it is that they're in such a big position that they want to move into the bigger blockbuster titles instead of the, you know, little easy flash-based web browser type of titles. You know what I'm saying? This is so good because remember when I was telling you guys about Microsoft in terms of securing a whole lot of independent developers, you know, via XNA and all this other stuff, securing a lot of these little developers so they can eventually make the big blockbuster games and they will be exclusive to Microsoft Xbox 360. Well, things that I'm hearing is that this Facebook deal is supposed to be something that's a part of that. In terms of Xbox 360 getting a lot of exclusive things and Facebook trying to get their foot in the ground in terms of what they're seeing in a lot of independent developers. And they want to be the publisher of these potential big blockbuster games. Obviously, it'll be multi-platform if Facebook publishes it, but still, this is big news. So stay tuned and don't be surprised if you hear a Facebook announcement of that magnitude, okay? Sometime this year, possibly. So everything is looking so good right now in the game industry. Alright, and it's definitely healthy and it's definitely growing, and E3 2010 is going to blow you guys away. You know, one thing I gotta say, shout out to my boy, he remain nameless, but there's some classics that will be coming back. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, so now we're gonna move on to the game review of the day, which is Super Shoryuken Hadouken! Super Street Fighter 4, baby. Yo, I'll tell you right now, the game is a perfect 10. Perfect 10. You think I'm lying? Dog, the game is a perfect 10, and you about to find out why. Trust me, Super Street Fighter 4 is great. You're gonna love it, alright? And then after that, we're gonna go into the gamers in the street because we got the Madden 11 interview. And I'm telling you one thing right now, Madden 11 has revolutionized sports gaming. You want to know why? Because the game flow. And you're going to see what I'm talking about with this interview. And also, let me mention one thing. You know how when you playing like sports games in a game and you put like 12-minute quarters like you would in the NBA games or whatever, and you put these quarters, you're going to score like 300 points. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not really realistic like how it's portrayed in real life. With game flow and what they're doing with Madden, you can actually play like full 60-minute like games, like, you know, 15-minute quarters and stuff like that. You can play full games like that, right, in football. And the turnaround time in terms of the actual gameplay time you'll be playing is actually equivalent and believable to how it's represented in real life. If that's not evolving and revolutionizing the game because of the new style of play with game flow, I don't know what to say. Madden 11 is stepping their game up big time with that one feature. Alright? And you're going to see more about it with that interview. So, we'll be back. We're going to come back with the HipHopRss. You don't want to miss that either because it's crazy. I got some good info about that. So, HipHopGamerShow.com. Join the site. It's popping. Alright? I'll be right back. Peace.
The answer lies in the heart of battle.
Let's go.
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Hip Hop Gamer. We talk about Super Street Fighter 4. Now listen, man, like I said, this game is, yo, like, just when you thought they couldn't update it, they update it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, first thing we're gonna talk about, graphics, okay? Look, I know a lot of people would expect the game to look exactly the same because, I mean, Super Street Fighter, you know, what more can they do? I'm gonna tell you right now, surprisingly, when you put this game in your PlayStation 3 or your Xbox 360, the first thing you're gonna notice is how even more vibrant the overall game looks, environments, characters, and everything. Also, you're gonna realize how smoother the edges look. I mean, there's literally like no jagged edges, no nothing. Like, it's really incredible, like the way they did it. There's no breakage when some of the arms move like this. It looks so more polished, so much more polished. Like, that little tweak just made it perfect, okay? Also, when you're like fighting and you see the graphical effects and stuff like that, because of the vibrance of the game, like the extra more polished, everything looks so much more spectacular as you play, not just when you look at a character model. So graphically, the game has had a nice little bump. And what's so cool about it is that, like, when you look at the intro to the game and you see the art direction, like the art style of the characters and stuff like that, well, you can when you choosing your alternate costumes and stuff like that for your characters, they have that same type of art direction. So it don't look completely clear. It look like drawn, just like how it looks when the game comes on in terms of the intro. The end game looks exactly like that. It's crazy. The game is incredible. I'm telling you, man. So graphically, you're gonna love it. And let's take a look at some footage so you can see what I'm talking about. Peace.
Well then, let's begin.
This is it.
Go on, man. Keep it classy. Try to counter this. Corkscrew. The end. Keep it classy.
What's next?
Short swing blow. Machine gun.
They call me the king for a reason.
Keep it classy. Rolling thunder.
Yeah, hope you guys is enjoying it, because like I said, you gotta get the game. $39.99, dog. Don't make me slap you. Alright, get the game. Now, check this out. Furthermore, about Super Street Fighter 4, now we're gonna talk about the gameplay. Now, the gameplay is so much more balanced. Like, it's like realistic in a way. Like, it's really balanced. So, I'll give you one thing that they did that I noticed from my playtime with it. It seems a bit slower, but it's slower in a way where it gives you a more balanced, realistic fight from the offensive side and the defensive side of things. You see what I'm saying? It's one of those games where you can go back and forth. It's like pat pat block block pat 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 pat, like block block, and then it really shows you how much more skill you need to be able to get a hit off, and how much easier it is, but still skillful, to block. Like, it's so incredible that when you do your moves, it just feels a little bit more right when you pull them off. I mean, even when you hit them, it's like the impact is there more. It's the things that they enhanced gameplay wise is tremendous. All right, this is a big jump. Like, I'm telling you, it's incredible. incredible, okay? So that's one of the first things I want to say. And the fact that the game is slowed up a bit, it makes it more pleasing visually as you play. You know what I mean? So that's another bonus in terms of the gameplay. The next thing I want to say is this. Like, everyone has 2 ultra combos, so you can choose what you want. This right here is so important because depending on who you're fighting, you may want to use a certain ultra combo. You see what I'm saying? Because certain combos